Hi everyone, it's Vicky from fashionserviceshongkong.com and createafashionbrand.com, and usually I make videos with lots of helpful information if you're looking to start a fashion business or a clothing line. We've got our playlist on YouTube where you can ask me questions, and our website createafashionbrand.com is dedicated to just a blog dedicated to information helping you to build your fashion business, whatever that is. But today I'm making a really special video because I've got something that I want to share with you that I think is going to really help you to build your fashion business and do something that you're really passionate about. You know, you don't have to go to work anymore during the day, build things at night. This is going to help you turn your hobby or your passion or an idea into a really successful fashion brand business. So before I start with some information on the actual fashion brand bootcamp, which is what I'm going to tell you about in a second, I suppose I should give you a bit of information about me. Most people won't know who I am. That's good. That's fine, because it's my job to work behind the scenes. I know I'm on camera, ironically, and making a video, but usually I'm the one doing the work to help everybody else create really successful fashion businesses. So most people don't know anything about me unless you read my email every week or read my website and my blog. So just to give you a quick rundown and why I'm really qualified, I suppose, to help you with your passion and your future plans. I grew up in London in the UK. I was born there and I went to uni there and I started my business there, funny enough. But I started as a fashion designer. I trained in knitwear design. And my career, I worked for some really big brands, some global brands, some suppliers and smaller brands too. And I did a lot of work with factories and trying to really learn the whole process of the business. My dad, very wise man, always said that it's not just about your job, it's how your job fits in with everybody else. So even when I was, doing my career, my design career, I tried to learn everything I could about the jobs that worked within mine, where mine sat in a business with everybody else. So I learned about buying, I learned about merchandising and how the factories worked and all the systems there. And I had a lot of friends actually who their dreams always have a fashion business, a clothing line. And when they had problems, they'd chat to their other fashion friends and kind of mull things over, ask questions and try and hash out problems that they had. And I'd kind of give advice, things that I'd seen, throughout my career, things that were working really well, things that didn't work so well, because that's really important as well. You have to know what doesn't work too, to avoid mistakes. And to me, it wasn't advice, it was just a conversation. It was just things that I'd noticed. And I never really thought about having a business myself. It was just, helpful to them, to their plans, to their dreams, the things they wanted to do. And a few of them kind of took my advice and went off and did a few things. And it was amazing to kind of chat to them later, and they'd say, that was really helpful, that fixed that problem so much, I can't believe what's happened since, etc., etc. And the more this happened, the more I started to think, well, actually, I could do this. I could actually help other people build their own businesses, because I do have all this knowledge and all this experience. I could help other people do that. So Fashion Services was born in London, long time ago now. I've been in the fashion industry 20 years. I was talking to a friend of mine that I went to uni with a long time ago, and we couldn't believe it that we'd been doing it this long. It's one of those moments when you kind of go, oh my god, I'm really old. But yeah, it's been 20 years, and in those 20 years I've built it's nearly 3,000 brands from scratch, from idea through everything in the process to launching and then development later on. And we've had, goodness, I don't know, 8,500, I think, at the last count. Other clients who already have businesses, have already started their process of building their business, come to us for other things and help and guidance. So we've worked with a lot of different brands. And the thing that was really popular, actually, and this is what I'm going to talk to you about in the video, is something called the Fashion Brand Bootcamp. And I started this in London a long time ago. We did it once a year, and we would keep it to very small numbers, which I'll explain later on. It's quite important that we do that. But we had people from all over the UK, Europe, and even 2 people from America, which was so flattering. I couldn't believe that they were coming over. And you've got to remember, in those days, the internet and social media wasn't like it is now. You didn't do, there wasn't Twitter and Facebook and all of those things. So that to me was amazing. I couldn't believe they were coming all that way. And I'm so glad that I knew what I was doing. They spent all this money traveling to London to come and work with me, staying in hotels and things like that. And I still keep in touch with them today. And a few of them, a lot of them actually, are still clients. They still ask us for help when they get into trouble. And I'm really happy that they've got amazing businesses, because for a lot of those people, they were building things on the side. They were going to work every day, doing something they hated, and building this little passion on the side. And it meant for everybody that I've worked with in those cases that they can leave the job that they really don't want to do and have this business that pays the bills. They can work from home in some cases, be with their children, and just have a really amazing life in something that they're so passionate about. So that for me is why I do this. For me is why I have the company that I have and the team that I have, is for that reason. So I moved. I'm currently not in London. This is Hong Kong, my little office in Hong Kong. And the Fashion Brand Bootcamp, because it's quite personal to me and I do all the sessions and I do it in a very personal way, had to move with me. And I moved to Hong Kong a few years ago. And I was worried about leaving people in the lurch, because the course was always very, very popular. It was always oversubscribed. And for the last 2 years, I haven't been able to get back to London to be able to do the course. And there was always something in the back of my mind that I wanted to kind of make it available for more people. The problem was, and I'll explain why our bootcamp is so successful in a moment, but one of those things is that it's very personal, it's very tailored to everybody's business and idea. And I couldn't do that recording videos or writing a book or anything like that. So we were trying, me and the team, to work out logistics, basically how we could still keep the really special parts of the bootcamp special. And I actually got an email a couple of weeks ago that kind of made me speed up the process a little bit. And it was from a guy now in London who asked me about the bootcamp. And he's in London, so it kind of pulled on the heartstrings a little bit. And I did feel guilty. I felt like I'd let him and all the people back home down by not being there for the last couple of years. So I'm so excited. We have now figured out how we're going to bring the bootcamp back without me physically having to be there, and without losing the really special parts of the course that make it so successful. So now that you know a little bit more about me and a little bit of an introduction into the Fashion Brand Bootcamp, I want to tell you why it's so different from everything else. When clients come to me, I speak to them on Skype, and they come in the office, they email me. The most common thing that I hear from them is a phrase that there's something missing. These are people that are doing research. They're trying their best to find the best information to build their brand. They're trying to do it properly. They're putting lots of effort in, lots of time, but there's always something missing. And that's part of the problem with online courses, books about building brands, even offline courses. Some of them are not thorough enough. So when you're talking about a topic, they don't cover everything. They just give you enough to get by, but they don't really go into any detail that would help you. The next thing is that a lot of blog posts, and I keep up to date with them, I read them a lot because I write my own. A lot of them, I can tell they're not written by people who have actually done it. When you've been doing this for 20 years, you can kind of spot people who are taking information from other sources and just kind of rehashing it. So a lot of the time when clients are looking for things, people like you are looking for things, you're finding information that's not thorough, it's not complete, and it might not have been written by somebody who's actually done it before. And the last thing is that for anything to be successful, anything that you read, any research you do, any course that you take, any book that you buy, there's a system. Sure, there's always going to be a system from A to B that's normal, but it has to be tailored to you. There are so many different things that go on in building a business, so many little components, the customer profile, the sales point, the fabrics you're using, the location, the use of the product. There's so many different things that the system itself is great, but it has to be tailored. And if that doesn't happen, then you're never really going to build something purposeful just for you, and it's never going to work out the way that you think it is. So the reason that the Fashion Brand Bootcamp is different is a number of things. Firstly, I do everything. So I talk with people, I go through the whole thing with you. The bootcamp itself is based on a series of workshops where you're actually sitting there building your brand or filling in information while I'm with you, guiding you through the process, tailoring it to you and your situation. So we give you time. A lot of people, when you're looking at things, and everyone does it, I do it myself, they bookmark something and say, oh, I'll go back to it later. I'll remember that it's there. I mean, how many times have you done that and never really gone back? Even if you go to a seminar, you're sitting there, you write notes, you're watching a video, you write notes, and then the notes get filed away in a drawer and never to be seen again. You've got all great intentions. I do it myself. I have amazing intentions of going back to it, going through it, working through it. Never quite happens because you need a little bit of a boost. You need the time to sit and focus on what you're actually doing. So the first thing that makes us different is that I put my courses in the evening. It means that if you are building it part-time to a regular job, you can get your job done during the day, come home, have some food, grab a cup of tea or coffee, sit down and really focus on it for a few hours. If you've got kids, it's late enough, you can get them doing their homework or from school or dinner and get them into bed, and then you can sit down and really focus. So we give you the time. We literally work the whole process with you as you go through the different workshops. As I was saying before about the information, I've built personally with my company nearly 3,000 brands from scratch. That's them coming to me just with an idea. Most of them have no training in fashion. They have no idea about the industry. They don't know how to manufacture clothing or do the branding or look at customer profiles. They have no experience whatsoever. But the best thing that they've done is find me, because I do, and my team does. We have all of that experience. And like I said, we've built over 2,800 brands from scratch. We've also done another nearly 9,000 clients that come to us now with help when they've already started, and we help them to expand. We help them to fill in maybe a few knowledge gaps in their team. We train their team, and we help them build, expand, and just get bigger and better at what they're doing. So we have that track record. We've got tried and tested results. We've got proven results from all of these brands that exist today. The bootcamp itself has been going for 11 years now, so it's been a long time. And every one of those clients, every one of those students come to me, and I tailor that information as we're working through the course to them. So we keep the numbers small to make sure you have that tailored bit of information, that few little tweaks that will make such a difference between reading a book or reading a blog post or going on a course and actually building a brand that's appropriate just for you. Now, that might sound very expensive. It might sound like it's beyond what you can do. It might sound beyond what you can afford. Actually, it's not that expensive. I make sure that I keep all of our courses as low cost as possible for everybody, because I want the information, the right information, the correct information, to get to as many people as possible. A few years ago, I commissioned a marketing report to look into information that was out there, anywhere, online, offline, for information to build a fashion brand, to build a fashion business or a clothing line. And I asked for it to be independent because I didn't want to have any influence over that whatsoever. I wanted it to be a really independent, clear, factual report. When I got the report back, I almost cried. I know, a little bit. Even now I'm getting a little bit emotional. It was very upsetting to me. As somebody who's been in the industry for 20 years, I've helped so many people to build successful businesses, to change their lives, to stop doing a day job that they hated and build something that was meaningful, something that was good, something that was making other people happy. And I dedicate my life to that. And to find out that there was 160 million sources of information, that's web pages, books and courses, online and offline, that have no bearing on real, factual, tried and tested information, it made me very, very upset. And that's why I tried to give out as much information as possible. I try to spend as much time with you as I can, whether that's on the YouTube channel answering questions, replying to people when they email me, clients that come in and want to work with me, but especially the Fashion Brand Bootcamp. We keep it low cost so that as many people can attend as possible. I want you to build a brand that's going to be successful. It's going to give you something worthwhile, something that you're going to enjoy, something that you can do for the rest of your life and be happy doing it. And that can only come with accurate information. It's the only way it will ever work. You need that thing that's missing, that all the clients say. You need that missing aspect of the information. And we're tried and tested. We've done it many, many times before. So I'm really excited that we are able now to come back to London and Europe and the US. It's going to be in the form of a webinar series, not pre-recorded. I want to make that really clear to everyone. There is no pre-recorded content on this course. I am going to be getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning Hong Kong time. I'm working through with you till 5 a.m. Don't worry, you won't be doing it those times, I will be. I will be getting up in my office to chat to you personally and work through the course with you personally. Luckily for you guys, it won't be that early in the morning. It's set at London time, GMT, 7 p.m. and it will go on for 3 weeks, Monday to Thursday, and you'll have all the worksheets, everything available to you before it starts. You can look through them, do any additional research or check things that you want, and we're going to actually build your brand right there and then as we go through the workshops. We're going to give you the time to do it, so you don't have the excuse to put notes in a drawer. You're going to do it right there and then. So by the time you finish, you've got a plan and a business already done. The only thing you'll need to do is make some clothes and put up a website. But your business foundations, everything you will need to know, including how to manufacture your products, and to do all the shipping, and to do the marketing for your website, is all in that course. So with that said, I'm going to give you some links to the Fashion Brand Bootcamp page on the website. I really, really hope you will be able to join me while I'm trying to keep myself awake and having lots of cups of coffee. 7 p.m. for you, 2 a.m. for me, but that's okay. I want to do it. I'm excited to do it, and I'm really excited that it's coming back. It's not exclusive to UK people. It's open to everybody, but we do have limited places. Like I said, it's really personal and very tailored, so we can't have hundreds and hundreds of people on the course, I'm afraid. I just wouldn't have time to tailor it for everybody. So if you are interested, please have a look at the webpage. Please have a look. There's loads more information about each of the separate workshops, what they contain, what we're going to cover. Every time you kind of pay for the course, things like that, you'll get the download. You can also come to individual sessions if you want to. We do recommend, if you're starting out, you do the whole thing, because it just makes more sense. You know, when you're going through a system, it kind of makes more sense if you're doing the whole thing. But you can, if you've already started, come to one session or a couple of sessions, the ones that you think are appropriate. But I would advise maybe looking at the whole course. So let me leave you now, and I've been rabbiting on for quite some time, but I am so excited that we're back on Western time, and for everybody in the US and Europe and the UK, especially now in London. Hope to see you there. And I will leave you now with all the links. They're all going to be in the description box below, and we'll also have some images at the end of this video, just all the web links and stuff like that, so you can just click and go. So I hope to see you very, very, very soon. We will be starting on the 27th of March. Let me check that. Yes, 27th of March for the Webinar West version of our Fashion Brand Bootcamp. If you're in Hong Kong, we are doing one still in Hong Kong. Don't worry, I haven't left you guys either. But it's a little bit later. That'll be starting in the end of April. But you can find all the information there, whether you're Western countries or Asian countries. You can find out about all the timings and the dates on our website. So I really, really hope to see you there, because I know what a big difference it makes to so many of the people who've already done it with us. And I'm really hoping that it will help you too. So I look forward to meeting you, and I'll see you at the bootcamp.